You're watching the Community MMA.
The biggest fight of the night, obviously, Jamahal Hill with a huge opportunity. And I can't tell you how much I hope this guy wins this fight, but does that mean I'm predicting him to win? Those are two separate things. And believe me, I keep them separate. But maybe not this time. Check this out. In the light heavyweight division, for the light heavyweight division vacant title at UFC 283, this will be your headliner. Glover Teixeira, the former champion, comes in at 33-8, taking on rising contender Jamahal Hill, who comes in at 11-1 and gets the opportunity of a lifetime, quite frankly. Now, Jamahal Hill is actually the favorite in this fight, oddly enough. He's 2 inches taller at 6'4". He's got a 3-inch reach advantage, 79-76. He's a southpaw. He fights left-handed. Glover Teixeira stands right-handed. Now, Jamahal Hill is much more active, 6.5 significant strikes per minute to just 3.8 for Glover Teixeira. But the difference here is that Glover Teixeira lands nearly a takedown each and every round of his UFC career, and it's been a long career. So look for that. He gets about 2.2 over 3 rounds, just shy of 1 per round. So that's going to be a big factor in this fight. Now, Glover Teixeira is coming up the loss to Yuri Prochazka, who's out for probably a year. Before that, he beat Jan Blachowicz to win the title. Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith, Nikita Krylov, and Ian Kudalaba. So he's on a major run for a while. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, 6 straight wins before the loss to Yuri Prochazka. And now that Yuri Prochazka is out for a year, he's looking to get back in the win column, get the title, and probably hold on to it for a while before he heads off into retirement. Now, sweet dreams, Jamahal Hill, 65% takedown defense. That's not going to cut it in this fight. And that's what everybody's going to be watching. If the fight stays standing, Jamahal Hill's got an excellent chance of finishing Glover Teixeira. But if the fight goes to the ground, Jamahal Hill's in deep waters. He's in trouble. Now, he also beat Thiago Santos by KO. Johnny Walker, KO. Jimmy Crute, KO. Now, we did say that he lost one fight. Who was that against? Paul Craig, who KO'd him in just under 2 minutes in the first round. Under 2 minutes in the fight. That's the big question mark, right? Was that just something that happened out of nowhere that you really can't hold against Jamahal Hill? I mean, he'd be 12-0 without that, or at least 11-0. Fact is, though, he did lose to Paul Craig. That's a big question mark in this fight. But Jamahal Hill's on the rise. I'm not sure about the takedowns. That's the big question mark here. That could completely change the fight like Glover Teixeira did against Jan Blachowicz. So despite, we've seen a lot where strikers get into a fight or into one of these stylistic matchups with a grappler, a guy that can take you down, and it completely wipes out any chance of the striking ability of the striker. And that's going to be something to watch here, because if he gets taken down, this fight is probably over. And it's likely to happen at some point, but I'm still going to ride with Jamahal Hill. I think this guy's a rising contender, obviously. He's got the chance of a lifetime. He's going to go for it. You just got to be real careful about not being sloppy. Yeah, you want to get the knockout, but if you miss on big punches, you're going to expose yourself and get taken down. So you got to keep an eye on that, especially early in this fight. But I still like Jamahal Hill to land the big strike and drop Glover Teixeira out of nowhere, which will be something to see. And suddenly Jamahal Hill goes from the number 7 contender straight to the top, and he's a UFC light heavyweight champion. That's what I predict is going to happen. That's what I believe is going to happen. Of course, this is my opinion, but I like Jamahal Hill to win this fight and move to 12-1 and fill in the vacant spot in the light heavyweight division and become the new champion here at UFC 283. Yeah, so very excited about this fight for many reasons. Number one, I like Jamahal Hill. He should be on the dude list, or at least ranked very high on the dude list, but I didn't expect him to get the title shot this quick. And I think he's going to win. I want him to win. But at the end of the day, it's just better for the sport, right? Because a potential Jamahal Hill versus Yuri Prochazka title fight would just be awesome. Two guys that can get finishes at any time. The thing that Jamahal Hill is going to have a tough time with is as he moves up here now, the grappling is going to be very important, because if Glover Teixeira gets him down and lays on him or leans on him up against the fence in the clinch, it's going to be problematic for him.